Okay, so in my last video we spoke about Update 6 for Payday 3, an update that adds some much needed features like quick play, a brand new throwable weapon to mess around with, and the ability to merge into a persistent party after completing a heist. Now, some of those features may still need a little bit of work, but it's better to have them than not to, so all in all Update 6 was pretty good, until it wasn't. You see, I recorded the majority of the gameplay for last week's video on Thursday, and then I didn't go back to playing the game until Sunday evening, and when I did, my game crashed before even getting to the main menu. I tried to start up the game a couple more times to no success, so I cut my losses. I didn't think much of it and decided to try again the next day, but again, crashing every time. And so of course I looked to see if there had been any official communication from Starbreeze about this issue, and there hadn't. So I decided to report it as a bug, and now I'm going to take you on one of the most frustrating journeys to submit a bug report I have ever been on. So first of all, I made my way over to the official Payday Discord server and found the Payday 3 help channel. Now, not all of the messages here are about this issue specifically, but hey, we found mine. As you can see, I said, has anybody else experienced Payday 3 crashing on console? I've tried countless times to launch the game over the last 24 hours and have crashed every time between the press any button to start page and the main menu. I've restarted my console a couple times, I've uninstalled and reinstalled the game, and even come back to try again the next day. Any ideas as to what might be happening and how I could remedy this? I saw the first reply saying it's affecting consoles too, and so I looked further back into the chat where I learned that I wasn't the only one having this issue. Interestingly enough, Payday 3 doesn't have a bug reports channel, so I went over to Payday 2's, which clarifies that PLAION are handling the bug reports for Payday 3, so I followed the link which took me to the feature upvote page. Now, I remember how often I saw this page back during Payday 3's launch period, and if I never had to come back, it would have been too soon. But thankfully, someone had already reported the issue. I saw a pinned reply from an admin which took me to PLAION's support page. I browsed around the technical support tab, but then I quickly came to the realization that these issues were more from around the time of launch. So I went to report a bug, which took me to the feature upvote page. With the full understanding that I'll sound like the Noli, I'd like to share a quote from the French philosopher Albert Camus. I leave Sisyphus at the foot of the mountain. One always finds one's burden again. Or, to use a slightly more 21st century reference,
this time it's gonna be different. No, please. This time is going to be different. And it's not like I am fucking crazy.
But anyway, in the end, I did figure out how to actually access the bug report page. For some reason, the report a bug button was always linking back to the feature upvote page, unless you refresh the page and then click the button before the page reloads. I have absolutely no idea why that works. I just know that it does. After finally making my way to the report a bug page, I read how to report a bug, but didn't know where to do so. I was told to look for a ticket form, but not where it was. The article ended before any ticket form was shown. So I tried to click on the actual words ticket form, which I didn't expect to work as there was absolutely no indication that it contained a link, but it did, and it took me from a page titled How to Report a Bug to one titled Report a Bug, and I thought my search was finally over, but the link doesn't exist.
I'm sorry, I don't like the way you are looking at me.
Ultimately, I had to click the contact support button under need help, but that came after the actual article about reporting a bug, so I just assumed that that was for general PLAION support. I don't like to criticize game developers because I have absolutely no experience with game development myself, but I will say that what we've just looked at is an example of bad web design, and I say that as somebody who in the past has been professionally involved in web design. So I went on to fill out and submit a bug report, but considering that it was as complicated of a process as I've just explained, when compared to the Payday 2 system, which is fantastically straightforward, it's just not good enough. If I could make one suggestion to anybody at Starbreeze that may see this video, please consider updating this message from Starbreeze Jones in the Payday 2 bug report channel of the Discord to include a direct link to the bug report page over on PLAION, as currently it links to the feature upvote page, which from the way it's been spoken about in the past, exists to offer players a platform to request features and changes, not report bugs. But of course, what we've spent the last few minutes talking about is just how to report a bug. I felt the need to recount the process so thoroughly as most people probably won't have even tried to do this. Regardless of that, the process really shouldn't have been as complicated as it was. But anyway, as for the actual issue itself, at the time of recording this video, there still hasn't been any official communication about the problem from any of Starbreeze's social media accounts. There was a single Twitch chat from Liz in what I can only assume to be one of the official Starbreeze streams that was screenshot and re-uploaded to Reddit. The message clarifies that Starbreeze are aware of the issue and have a hotfix coming. Liz also says that she's able to help anybody who DMs her over on Discord, and so I've sent a message to Liz and will leave a pinned comment in the description of this video that I'll update as and when I hear back from her or if the situation is resolved. This information really should have been shared more publicly. I had asked about the issue on some partner streams, and as nobody had any information about it, I just assumed that Starbreeze weren't aware of the situation. That's the only reason I really pushed through the bug reporting process. Just before we move on to talk about something much more positive, I want to clarify that if you have been experiencing these crashes, a hotfix is coming. Now, this week's blog post is actually really good. It gives us some more information about how the upcoming Mask of the Week system will work, but starts off by covering the daily challenges that will give players who play certain heists in certain ways and complete certain feats the opportunity to not only earn C-stacks, but infamy points too. Before we talk about the rest of this blog post, I just want to take a second to say that if you are enjoying the video, please do consider subscribing. The recent support here on the channel has been absolutely incredible. Last week, we set the goal of reaching 500 subscribers by the time Boys in Blue releases, but hit that goal less than 24 hours after the video went live, so from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And of course, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about wide C-stacks. And let's face it, I probably never will. I have got some really exciting Payday related projects planned for the next coming months, so if that does sound like something you're interested in, the subscribe button is there to make sure you don't miss out. But anyway, Mask of the Week introduces 8 brand new masks to the game. Each week, one of those masks will enter the store at a discounted price and can be bought as many times as you want. Then the next week, another mask will take its place. Once a mask has left the store, it won't be added back into the rotation until each mask has been showcased. This process will happen twice, so for a total of 16 weeks, and then all of the masks will be made available in the store, and presumably a new set of masks will take their place within the Mask of the Week rotation. You can actually go over to the blog post and cast your vote for which mask you'd like to see make its way to the game first. Personally, I'm voting for that little hot dog fella. I've loved him from the first time they showcased him, and I really want to rock him in some heists. But to close this blog post off, Starbreeze confirmed that next week's blog post will be about the highly requested Infamy progression overhaul, coming in the next patch. But that's actually not all. They say that earlier in the week we're going to be getting a look at the roadmap for the upcoming patch, which, considering we're getting a full roadmap for, I can only assume to be DLC 2, Boys in Blue, including a new heist, weapon pack, and Tailor pack, but of course, we'll just have to wait and see. For now, that is just about all we have time for, and so with that all said, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, drop a like on the video. If you disliked the video, drop a dislike on the video. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you in the next video.